Good morning, class 12 students. In today's session, we are about to begin a new chapter. The name of the chapter is Deep Water, and it is written by William Douglas. So, before we proceed with its introduction and theme, let's discuss a few things about the writer of this chapter, William Douglas. William Douglas, he was born in 1898 and he died in the year 1980. He was born in Minnesota, and he graduated with a Bachelor's of Arts in English and Economics. He spent 2 years teaching high school in Yakima. However, he got tired of this and decided to pursue legal career. Uh, so after his teaching career, he switched to pursue a legal career, and then he met Franklin D. Roosevelt at Yale and became an advisor and friend to the president. Douglas was a leading advocate of individual rights, and he retired in 1975 with a term lasting 36 years, longest serving justice in history of the court. The following excerpt is taken from Of Men and Mountains by William O. Douglas. So the chapter that we are about to begin, it is actually an excerpt from his one of his one of his books called O Men and Mountains. It reveals how, as a young boy, William Douglas nearly drowned in a swimming pool. So, in this chapter, you will find that he came across a misadventure when he was young and he almost drowned in a swimming pool. And in this essay, he talks about his fear. It is actually this essay he is going to talk about his fear of water and thereafter. Fear of water, it is also known as hydrophobia. How he finally overcame it, and notice how the autobiographical part of the selection is used to support his discussion of fear. So, and the chapter also holds a very beautiful message for each and every one of us, that all you have to fear is fear itself. That uh, you know fear is intimidating, but uh, if you will face it head on, tackle it, you will be able to overcome it. And that's what William Douglas has done, and we'll find out how. So the lesson, it describes the experience of fear of water of the writer William Douglas. Uh, you know, because when he was young, he went to he went to a beach with his father, and he was swept away by the waves, and he there he kind of developed a tiny bit of fear from water. And later he came across more misadventure he came across a few more misadventures that shook him, but later at the end he was able to overcome it. Let's find out, but first let's discuss the difficult words we have here. Treacherous. Treacherous means who betrays, and dangerous, which you cannot trust. Subdued. Subdued my pride means to overcome my pride. Flailed at the surface means waved at the surface. Wave, when you wave. Fishing for landlocked salmon. Fishing for landlocked salmon means when an incident it turns out to be a disaster. Misadventure, any adventure that is not good, and where you have to come across some problem. Bob to the surface like a cork means come to the surface like a cork, right? Curtain of life fell means when somebody is very close to death. Back and forth across the pool means to go forward and to come backward. So let's start the chapter, and the chapter is narrated by William Douglas himself. It happened when I was 10 or 11 years old. So it began when the writer William Douglas, he was 11 years old. I had decided to learn to swim. So at the age of 11, he decided that he would learn to swim. He wanted to swim. He wanted to learn to swim. So there was a pool at YMCA in Yakima. Yakima is a proper noun, it is the name of a place, and there is a swimming pool. There was a pool at the YMCA that offered exactly the opportunity. That offered exactly the opportunity means he wanted to learn swimming, and he wanted a pool where he could learn. So it was a perfect place. YMCA Yakima. The Yakima River was treacherous, and in Yakima we also have a river, but the river is very dangerous. It is treacherous. Why? Mother warned against it, and kept fresh in my mind the details of each drowning in the river. So William Douglas' mother, she would warn him that he must not go to the river, and she tried to ask William Douglas to recall all the details of drowning cases in the river. That is why the river is called treacherous. Let's see why it is called treacherous and dangerous. But the YMCA pool was safe, and the pool is very safe because I think it is the pool is very it is safe because pool we do have deep water in pool, but there are certain areas in the pool where even the small children can go and learn. But in the river it is very treacherous because you never know about current. And because when we talk about this when we talk about river, we live in Uttarakhand, we live in Dehradun, we know so many drowning cases in Rishikesh, in the Ganges. So it is always to be safer side, and that is what the boy is doing, and that is what her mother is trying to do. So it was only 2-3 feet deep at the shallow end. Shallow means it's like shallow means like corners. At the shallow end it was like uh, at the edges it was 3 feet deep, but it was 9 feet deep at the other. So at one side it was like 3 feet deep. It means it was accessible for even small children, but at one side it was 9 feet deep. So it means the small children cannot go to that side because they will drown there. So the drop was gradual. The drop means here it's a slope from the shallow area to deep area, right? I got a pair of water wings. Water wings, it is inflated waterproof bags that supports a beginner who doesn't know how to swim. And I went to the pool. I hated to walk, and he went to the pool. He got his safety water wings, and I hated to walk. Why did he hate to walk? Let's find out. So this is actually the map of Yakima River. You can see that actually it's very big. That okay, the Yakima River is a tributary of the Columbia River in eastern Washington, USA. The state is named after indigenous Yakima people. So that's a bit of information. So he hated to walk naked into it and show my skinny legs. Why he hated to walk? Because he has skinny legs means thin legs. So you actually wear your shorts and costumes when you go to swimming pool. So when he was wearing his shorts, so it means he was showing his leg, and he hated it because his leg is very skinny, thin. But I subdued my pride, so he overcame his pride of that somebody would make that I'm very that he has a pride, he cannot walk that way. But then he overcame his pride. Subdued it means to overcome. From the beginning, however, I had an aversion to the water when I was in it. So from the beginning, this is actually the incident that took place at when he was 11 years old. Now he is talking about his memory, one of his memories, and he said that it began long before when he decided to learn to swim. So he says that he actually had an aversion means hatred to the water. He hates water. Why? When I was in it, That is why I believe he has decided to learn swim. This started when I was 3 and 4 years old, right? So the chapter began when he was 11-year old, and now he is sharing an incident that took place when he was 3 or 4 years old. So that is what you have to remember. So when he was 4 years old, his father took him to the beach in California in USA. So his father took him to the beach. He and I stood together and together in the surf. So they stood together in the surf. You know what a surf is. We actually, if there is a surfboard, we use it. We surf with the help of waves that we experience and face at the ocean. So I hung on to him. He hung on to his father, yet the waves knocked him down. He was just 3 or 4 years old. So the wave knocked him down, and you can imagine it is the huge, enormous ocean, right? And he swept and swept over me. He was knocked down by the wave. He was through. I was buried in water. He was thrown. I was buried in water. My breath was gone. So when he fell, when he was swept away by the gigantic waves, uh, he started drowning, and he got buried in water. His breath was gone. I was frightened. Frightened means he got scared, and his father laughed. But there was a terror in my heart at the overpowering force of the waves, and this is where he developed this tiny, tiny bit of fear of water. So, my introduction to the YMCA swimming pool revived unpleasant memories and stirred childish fear. So, it means what I've just mentioned, it happened when he was 4 years old. So, now at the age of 11, when he decided to learn to swim, this the sight of swimming pool, YMCA swimming pool, it revived means bring back to life, and bring back to his mind the unpleasant memories that he faced, and stirred means to shake his childish fear. What was his childish fear? When he was knocked down by the waves in California at the beach. But in a little while, I gathered my confidence. Gathered my confidence means I muster my confidence. I paddled with my new water wings, and he tried to paddle. Paddle means when you make moves with your legs, and watching the other boys and trying to learn by aping them. Aping means copying them. So he start. He now he is in the swimming pool. He is watching everyone, and he is observing them and copying them. I did this 2 or 3 times on different days when I was just beginning to feel at ease in the water when this misadventure happened. So it's been like 2 or 3 days. He comes to swimming pool, he copies other, and now he's kind of feeling very, he was kind of feeling very easy or happy in the water. But uh, not long before this misadventure, not soon enough, this adventure happened. What was this adventure? Let's talk about it. I went to the pool when no one else was there. Now this is the misadventure, which which he talks about in this chapter. I went to the pool when no one else was there. The place was quiet. So one day when he went to the pool, he saw that there was nobody. He was the only person. The water was still. The water was still because there was nobody, and the tile bottom was as white, as clean as bathtub, and he could actually see the bottom of the swimming pool. Why why can he see the bottom of the swimming pool? Because there was nobody and the water was still. That is why he could see the bottom of the swimming pool. I was timid means when you are not courageous enough. So he did not have the courage about going in alone. He doesn't want to go to go into the water alone. So I sat on the side of the pool to wait for others, because because he's just 11 years old, and he doesn't want to go there all by himself. So he waited for everybody else to come. I had not been there, and soon after, when in came a big bruiser. Big bruiser means somebody who is who is physically very well, and somebody who gives who likes argument and all that. So there came a bruiser, probably, and he was probably 18 years old. So there came a boy who was 18 years old. He had a thick hair on his chest. He was beautiful physical specimen, and the boy has William Douglas describes him. He says that he is 18 years old and he has thick hair on his chest and he's a beautiful physical specimen. It means the boy has a very beautiful structure, good legs, good arms, and that showed rippling muscles, and even he has very good muscles. He yelled, "Hi, skinny!" And the boy, the 18 years old boy, he teased uh, William and he called him, "Hi, skinny! How do you like to be ducked?" Ducked means how do you like to be drowned? How do you like to be pushed, right? So with what he picked me up and tossed me into the deep water, and that bruiser, that bully, we call such people bully, and this bully, he picked William Douglas and he threw Douglas into the deep end. And you remember the deep end of the swimming pool, it is 9 feet deep. So he landed in a sitting position, swallowed water, and at once to the bottom. I was frightened, but not yet frightened out of my wits. So he went to the bottom straight. He was frightened, but not yet frightened out of wits. Out of wits means he did not lose his senses, his intelligence. He was frightened, but he did not lose his intelligence. On the way down, I planned, and when he was, because he is drowning, his feet is about to touch the bottom of the swimming pool, and he decided, because he was still into his senses, he decided that when, this is very important, you have to remember this line, that when my feet, this is his planning, when his strategy, when my feet hit the bottom, he said when his feet would hit the bottom, he would make a big jump and he would come to the surface and lie flat and parallel to the edge of the pool. So that is what he thought, that he would, went to the surface. When he would go to the when his feet would touch the surface, he would make a very big jump and he would come to the surface, and he will try to lie flat on it, and he will try to make some moves with his hands and legs, because he hasn't he hasn't mastered, he doesn't know swimming yet. He is just on this learning phase. So he would pedal and he would try to reach to the edge of the pool. So that is what the boy has decided. So I think that's all for today's the next part will be covered in the second part of the chapter, the deep water. So that is what you have to remember. Let me just give you the recap or a glance over the portion that we have just covered. The chapter, the lesson, it is about William Douglas and his fear of water, and the chapter he highlights and he emphasizes on the fact that if you have some fear, you don't have to fear it, you have to face it, and you can actually you can overcome it, right? So at the age of 11, he decided that he would go to a swimming pool at YMCA in Yakima, because swimming pool is better to learn swimming than going to a river, right? Because Yakima river is very treacherous, because a lot of people have drowned in there, and because even her mother has also warned him that even that he should not go to Yakima river. It is not safe. That is why he decided that he would go to YMCA pool and he would learn swimming, right? So when he went there, his childhood fear, it got, it revived. The sight of water revived. And what was his childhood fear? This, that was not the very, it is a tiny bit of fear that he developed when he was 3 or 4 years old, when his father took him to a beach in California and he was knocked down by the waves. So that is where he developed this aversion. He developed hatred, not a fear. He developed fear when he was thrown into the 9 feet deep water by this bully, 18 years old boy. So that's all for today, everyone. We'll do the remaining part of the chapter in the next video. Thank you.